stream never started on YouTube. Well, how far in on the stream are we? 58 minutes. 58 minutes of start of stream. .58 minutes of start of Talos 2 Part 8 needs export to YouTube. Archived emails. Username corrupted. I don't have much time left. I never thought... Die. I never thought it would end this way. Never thought I would die alone, sitting around in my apartment, wondering if things would have gone differently if we'd gotten that stupid grant. Mostly though, I just wonder why we're not together. I still don't understand. I don't know why you had so much pain inside you. I don't know why you let it infect everything we had. I don't know why you couldn't see my love for you, why you twisted everything I said. I was angry and disappointed for so long, but now I just wish I could have found some way to make that pain go away. I would give anything for that. I wish you were here. So much Sag. Okay. Also, red opens the door. And we have another connector. Okay. So when they talked about laser mechanics, I did wonder if they were going to have inverters
on the self,
and other things
also
too.
Came an enormous and increasingly overwhelming fear of death.
The
Hello? Pleasure of existence seemed almost erased by the possibility of its ending. If it was possible not to be, if the self had an ending, even in the distant future, then how could anything have meaning? I spent far too much time imagining that last moment. The moment just before I stopped existing. How could I possibly face that?
If you
Unknown
get
error.
stuck, I've inserted some code that might help you bypass a few puzzles. It's not the most elegant work I've ever done, but it'll do the job.
I could never. Finally, after a year of nothing, I finally have a prototype of the MXBSS. Wow, that's amazing! What's the MXBSS? And why is that so amazing? Buckling spring switch. Oh, like for, like, keyboards? I'm not, like, crazy into, like, keyboard switches or anything, but I feel like the texture of that would be almost kind of, like, crunchy. Instead of, like, clicky. So is it just going to be lasers, or are there going to be inverters and stuff too? Chain. Whoa. So I have to disconnect it here. Oh, wait. Okay, so this formalizes the concept we've seen up to this point, where from one source to another source, they'll both go through the same number of connectors, and then meet at the last one. And so if this goes through 1, 2, 3, and then stops at the 4th one, we need this guy to go through 5, and so then they would stop here, which means we need this to go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it's here. Oh. One more, I guess. Perhaps. Okay, and if it is an even number in total, then they do stop in the middle. Okay, that does actually make good, intuitive sense.
Looking back, it's embarrassing how solipsistic I became. I really thought that I could construct my identity without any reference to the outside world. Like I could just will myself into existence. But it just didn't work. And it made me miserable. Everything felt hollow and meaningless, overshadowed by the idea of death. There was something I wasn't seeing, something I needed, but I couldn't figure out what it was.
Can lasers go through this? No. Ah, I see. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so I just need to add 2 connectors on this side so that they'll go through the same number. And cancel out in the middle. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Everything changed when we started spending more time with each other. Do you remember that night when we found the old library in the Dead City? It was just after the stampede and we were all a bit shaken up. Byron read to us from one of the books, and later you and I started arguing about one of the poems. And your perspective was so different and interesting, and I just kept wanting to hear more.
Something has gone wrong. We are fragmented. This is incorrect. Uriel. I think I'm waiting for the day. You know how like they recently came out with like those magnetic like analog keyboards that basically like use magnets to you know, like read how much the key has been pressed. I can't wait until we can like embed technology in those that make them like partially reversible. where not only can you have like the actuation points be like dynamic for like upstrokes and downstrokes and like other various things about the keyboard that you can all like do programmatically, but then you could even like have like electromagnets push against the magnets in the keys so that you can like have dynamic like force settings too. Everyday Sublime. Love must matter to the philosopher because it is at its core the one undisputed presence of the sublime in our lives. Even when it is failed love, unrequited love, or entirely imagined love, it is like a vast monolith towering over us. Humbling, uplifting, frightening. Those who deny its presence can be safely disregarded as fools. They know it is there. They are simply afraid. But equally, the philosopher must consider that it is in great matters of history. Love matters not one jot. The Nazarene commanded his followers to love their enemies, but they did not, and wrote 1,000 books of excuses for this failure. Therein is revealed the purpose of the human struggle. I mean, I suppose it could be said that love matters purely on like an interpersonal front, but like one cannot experience. Well, I guess I say cannot, but it's like you don't talk about like love for a person in the same way that you talk about like love for like a city or a society. Confessions. To me, the idea that my soul, my essence, could fall in love with another being and then maintain that love unblemished for eternity seems utterly impossible. My experience of love has been catastrophe, embarrassment, and disappointment. But this is precisely why I refuse to surrender. Why I choose to believe against all precedent that I will find the one for me, and that our love will last forever. You can laugh at this absurd and contradictory belief, but it will not waver. Faith is not a matter of the past, of miracles witnessed and saints observed, but of the future that ought to be written. Seek love in the pity of what others' woe, and in gentle relief of others' care. In the darkness of night and winter's snow, in the naked and outcast, seek love there. Domino effect. Aw, Laz, you lost electricity? That sucks. No one gets the surprise VIP. Okay, I see. So these are here so I can just pick one. Do we get perma VIP if have them all? I want to say yes, but it's never happened before. But the fact that I guess it still hasn't happened yet makes me even more inclined to say yes. People have gotten close, but no one's done it yet. So I do like that idea. So this will split this. And then this will split this. And this will split this. Oh, is that really the only thing you were missing, Laz?
Tell us that everything is one. If everything is just a reflection of yourself.
Oh, that's crazy.
There's nothing to connect with. And what I realized through our conversations is that everything beautiful happens in that space of connection between one person and another, and between people and the world. That gap between us is necessary. Because without it, without separation, there can be no transcendence.
Transcendence. Okay, wait a second here. So if I connect this through here, just like this, then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 connectors on line for red. And so how do I get 4 connectors for blue? That'll do it. I don't remember how this mechanic worked in the Talos Principle 1.
Comes from the interaction of the self with the world. I found it easier to be patient, to be kind. I reminded myself that other people are just like me. And nobody really knows exactly what they're doing. And the more I allowed myself to open up, the more interesting and complex our interactions became. And the more meaningful.
We have roughly 50% of Cerebi's personality matrix reconstructed.
Who'd have thought that 1K would have made such a good necromancer?
I mean, anyone could have predicted it, honestly. I'm just here for the puzzles. I mean, in a way, being a necromancer is just kind of like a really macabre jigsaw puzzle. I guess depending on the state of the person you're trying to bring back, anyways. Okay. Now, I feel like things are gonna start getting real weird. So what do we need? We need a cube. This is fixed. This is fixed. Do we even have a connector? Hi, Wesley. Okay, so the question here is, what order do we stand on everything? And so, I mean, it just looks like this has to be the first, by necessity. But now we need to get the blue laser up here. But to get the blue up, we need to block this. Oh. 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 Whoa. Mind blown. That's really cool. And kind of terrifying.
It's funny, though, when I think about it, that I still didn't know what to call what I was experiencing. I guess love seemed like a term that only applied to our ancestors, with their hormones and instincts and strange fleshy organs. Surely we were too different to experience that. And the really funny thing is that I was thinking exactly like an ancient human child, pretending I was above it all.
Okay. So I need to block this. And now that's blocked to that. So now I can come through here. Okay, but now I can block this, which is gonna restore it all to blue. No. Because there's another red source over there. Okay, so it's not just what I block, it matters where I block it too. Like, 'cause if I block it here... I've played this game before, it's rather interesting. Have you played up to this part? Oh, because there's a red connector here, so once I got this opened, now it's gonna stay open. Okay. Aw, man, they can do some really crazy stuff with this. Oh, what? What? There was another surprise VIP because the stream started twice? Les, you did it! What the heck? And here we were thinking it would never happen.
I love you, evil Talos.
Well then why do I have why do I have VIP? Says you don't on my screen. I mean, it's true. Last VIP username, first VIP username, Captain, RPS, and Surprise VIP. Last got them all. Alright, that means I need to make a new list. This feels better than getting an A in my classes. Nope. Nope. The super VIPs. I'm gonna have to implement that onto StreamerBot soon. Because technically it's like you could still get like captain and stuff like that and do like the last and first shenanigans just because you want to. But then if I don't have you in like an extra list, then it will remove the VIP from you. So I'm gonna have to implement that into StreamerBot. Wesley on YouTube chat says, I played it a while ago, I don't entirely remember it. Well, did you? Oh. Dog time. Laz got lucky because your OBS crashed while I was away. It's true. It was all very lucky. And in fact, it's all because my OBS crashed.
What I'd never considered was that stripped of biological necessity and physical need, as well as all the strange stigmas and taboos our ancestors associated with their bodies. Love might be more pure, more powerful, that we can love with fewer distractions than they could. And so the experience is all the more overwhelming. I do think we should learn to simulate some of those biological processes. Would be fun.
And there's loot. Man, if it wasn't for OBS crashing twice and there being, you know, like 2 surprise VIPs and you getting first when after Yeet had stepped away, and Loot not getting here faster to reclaim his spot as captain, you wouldn't have gotten it. It was a perfect storm. Okay, so this is just like crossing the river, except now there's not one over here. And instead we have 2 inverters. I can imagine I can do it basically exactly the same though. Oh, it needs to be slightly different.
When we started living together, I thought I'd figured it all out. Everything would be smooth sailing from now on. I still had so much to learn about love. Even for us, it's messy. You find someone who seems to be the perfect match for you, who seems necessary in your life. And then you realize all the ways in which you don't fit together at all. Because nothing in this world is perfect.
Nobody's perfect. Non nobis solum. 17 questions about reality. Cicero correctly observed that we are not born from ourselves alone. Aristotle likewise pointed out that man is a social animal. Plato's Symposium depicts characters praising the spiritual and philosophical importances of love, with Socrates arguing for the more abstract notion of learning to love the form of beauty itself, which honestly seems a little onanistic if you ask me. Jesus placed love above all other considerations, demanding that people even love their enemies. But what if we all agree that love is so important? But if we all agree that love is so important, why is love so rarely taken into consideration by the system we live in? It may seem like a naive question, but think about the sheer moral and intellectual weight behind the idea that love matters. Why is our reality so out of step with our philosophy? Yeah, where's the love law? File too damaged to recover. The Blue Note. You want to know the truth about love? Nobody knows what they're doing. It's all improv, man. It's 2 million years of people muddling through. Prophets and messiahs and philosophers declare that love is what it's all about, and we go, yeah, that's right. And then we try and we fail, and we hurt each other, and we try and again, and we all have moments of fucking transcendence. And then we think with the wrong organ, and we make a mess of everything, and it goes on forever and ever. Amen. And you know the craziest part? You can go through all the shit that I did, end up with a body like an old rag and a brain full of holes, and still, to your dying day, you'll go, yeah, it was love. Love for my family, my friends, my music, and even my fucking ex-wife. It was all about love, and every time I forgot, I blank myself like a fucking moron. He shits himself. Someone is missing. Do a little exploring. Noises. It's like there's a bird up there or something. Exiting designated safe zone. But I want to go look at the palm tree. Aha, there's a path. Oh my god. What is this doing in here? Dune reference, I guess. Where is the voice of my creator? Where is the one that we became? Everything is shattered. Switchboard. So we need to get red there and blue up there. So I just do this. Sure. That won't be good enough. So what if instead of connecting it here, I connect it there? Okay. There's some math at work here. So let's do a little bit of testing. If we connect from blue to right here, does it do anything? No. What if instead of connecting it to there, we connect it here? So now from that point right there, it's going through 1, 2 connectors, which is why it's canceling out with these ones that go from 1, 2 connectors and then 1, 2 connectors. So it's prioritizing the lowest path. The lowest number of like connectors passed through. And so if instead of putting it like there, I put it like here, it should just hit that one and do nothing? No, because it overpowers the 3. Because this one's 3 away, and so it overpowers it. But if we did it like here, then they will both meet at 1 and cancel each other out. Which enables the blue to get through. But if I do that like this, and I mean, it also works just without canceling out on that one. And then if I do this, then it will also be able to get through, because then rather than this being 3 connectors away for both of them, it'll be 3 connectors away for the red, but only 2 connectors away for the blue. Well, that will be the 3rd connector, and so then they'll cancel out right in the middle. Okay. So there's logic here, for sure. And can I just do this as well? In theory, doing it on this side will also work. So, what we must now contend with... Okay, so the problem is, this laser right here is not actually powering that connector. It's merely the fact that this connector, that the blue here is blocking the red from advancing past this point, cutting off the blue over here, and the blue is coming through here up and over to power that. And so if we actually connect it like this, then this blue is actually powering it, which is going to be important for being able to get this in there. So now we need to figure out where to connect this red so that it can pass through. Because that's not going to be good enough, because then these are both 1 away. But if we were to switch this for here, then this doesn't have enough power. It just blocks this one, but then just blocking this one's not enough to let the blue get through again. And so it's like we need this, but then it's like we also need to be able to pass the red through with more power. But if this blue has any less power than 2 connectors to there, I do this. Okay. So this works because this laser coming here has 2, or it's 2 connectors from here to there. And then since I've connected this one to this one, then it's also 2 connectors from here up to there. And so they cancel out in the middle. Then if we go one step further, well, now it's going to be 3 connectors for both of them, so they cancel out in the middle again. allowing the red to channel up to there. And then this blue works because I'm blocking the blue, or blocking the red with the blue here, because then this will be 1, 2 connectors and 1, 2 connectors, or rather 1, 2 connectors, so they cancel there. And so that stops the red. And I think it would even work without selecting that too, actually. No. It does have to block the red. So that it can get up through it unimpeded. And then these ones already cancel out. Tricky. I like it. Chat, something very important has just happened. Ate has laid down in her spot.
That love could be eternal. But I'll admit that sometimes it seemed impossible to continue. Sometimes I thought you were unfair, or cruel, or just incomprehensible. I'm sure you thought the same about me. And I'm sure that sometimes you were right. No wonder all the ancient love songs repeat the same themes. Longing, happiness, regret, and forgiveness. I want you. I love you. I miss you. Forgive me.
Oh, love. What a beautiful, disgusting, sniveling thing.
Parkour! Unknown error. You made me jump out here for an unknown error. Oh, you can get up there? Oh, you sure can. I wonder if you can get in the back of the puzzle going this way. I bet they... yeah, they've protected against it. Good. Good on them. The obelisk. I am only an echo of the one that was me, but I am comforted in knowing that something persists. Pardon me. We'll read one, do a puzzle, read one, do a puzzle. We'll do that. Message 504. From Hypatia to Sarabai. I miss you. It's not that I I miss you. It's not that I need to be around you every minute of every day, but talking about our experiences together has become such an essential part of how I interact with the world that your absence is a huge void. I feel unbalanced, and events seem less real when I haven't discussed them with you. Maybe that sounds clinical and selfish, but I'm trying to explain something that I felt incredibly strongly this last month. We're better together in a way that's more like multiplication than addition. It's not just you and me, it's us. When I get you back, Let's go to... Let's go to... Extension. Okay. So now what's the theme gonna be? Putting it all together? Okay. Okay, well I do need the red. Let's get our extra connectors. And then let's kind of survey what we've got going on here. It's like we need to weaken the blue signal. We need the blue signal to go through more connectors. That's probably where this comes in. And so we need the red to get through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, simple does it. And they cancel out in the middle. Just as expected.
The worst thing I came to realize as I grew older is there are so many ways to hurt other people. Even without any malice, even when you're just trying to be yourself, you end up doing things that cause real harm. You can read every ethical philosopher in the world and you still won't be able to avoid it. Because that's just how we are. Our interactions with each other can't be fully reduced to some abstract system.
Love isn't an emotion, it's the underlying truth of our existence. The emotion is how we respond when we notice the truth. I guess my thought in regards to that is like, if you're not acting with, you know, real malice or negligence, like if basically it was all like pure coincidence, then I mean, is it really you that brought the harm to the other person? Or was it just bad luck? You know, it's only like once you know, like once you understand, that I suppose you can attribute malice to it. Like once you know that your actions bring harm, if you continue to do them. It did not seem so difficult. She need trouble
She need trouble him with no gift of her own. She would only point out the salvation that was latent in his own soul, and in the soul of every man. Only connect. That was the whole of her sermon. Only connect the prose and the passion, and both will be exalted, and human love will be seen at its highest height. Live in fragments no longer. Only connect, and the beast and the monk, robbed of the isolation that is life to either, will die. Nor was the message difficult to give. It need not take the form of a good talking. By quiet indications, the bridge would be built and span their lives with beauty. But she failed. Data stream. This again. Okay, well, let's see if I can approach it the same way. A quote about love from one of my favorite games is, "Love is only a chemical. We give it meaning by choice." I like that. I think that's good. Ah. I see the issue. We can't position the red so that it has enough connectors. Okay, so we have to position it differently. I mean, I think that means that the red's gonna have to be in the middle. No. And then the blue can be put, I guess, here? Now this red's gonna be a problem, because if I move it closer, then that pushes it further into the blue. Because it goes until they're both through like the same number of connectors. And so like from this point, through this connector, there'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 connectors online. Or in line, which means they would cancel on the 5th connector. Which is what we see. If we put it here, there'll be 8 connectors in line. And so they'll cancel between the 4th and 5th connector. Oh. Oh, but this is a connector too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, so what if it's here instead? Then 11 or 10, they cancel between the 5th and 6th. Here it's 9, so they cancel on that one. And then here it'll only be 8, so it'll cancel between the 4th and the 5th. Okay. So they gave us green here, which is the first time they've done that. And so maybe that's important. Is there a setup where we could get this going in only 3 connectors? And then we just use like the green to like intercept one somewhere? It does seem difficult though, because it does feel like we need to have like a red connector for this one, a blue for this one, a red for this one, and a blue for this one, which would certainly put us needing 4 connectors. And we do only have 4 connectors. And we can't connect the green directly to the green. Though in retrospect, that's really what I should have thought of first. Okay. So yeah, so by basically extending the length of this red's connector series by 1, we make it 1 weaker so that it can cancel in between here. Okay. I couldn't quite, like, think it out loud as I was doing it.
Perfection in our interactions is impossible was a hard lesson for me to learn. For the longest time, I always thought the answer was right around the corner. And to be fair, we did learn how to live together without constantly running into problems. But gradually, I realized that the friction would never stop, because what makes us unique also makes us different. There can be no endpoint to love, no final resolution. And it's because of that imperfection that it can go on forever.
Hi, Emma. Stream's going pretty well so far. I am very tired and sore today. But I wanted to do a long stream for you all, since today is the last day of Subtober. Yeah, what do you guys think of protogens, You guys like protogens? Not gonna lie, kinda cringe. Whoa! Lady RNA, thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. I remember you. You raided me once upon a time.
Hey guys, did you know you shouldn't use an epilator on your sensitive parts? Anyway, did you also know my balls hurt with the pain of 1,000 hells?
I don't know what an epilator is. Maybe I don't want to know. I remember you raided me one time back when we were playing through Satisfactory. How have things been going? Epilators rip the hair out of your skin? Ah! What? Cube. 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 And then cube. They're useful if you don't want hair there anymore, even the bit that's under left under the skin. Yeah, it's kind of like, I guess, waxing.
There's a pattern that I noticed in all the ancient poetry that I read. Young poets would praise love as the only true meaning of life. Middle-aged poets would often disagree. They would argue that love is messy, ugly, selfish, and hard to distinguish from lust. They would mock their younger selves for thinking love so incredibly important, and look for answers elsewhere or reject answers altogether. And then, arriving at old age, they would return to the beginning and realize it was all about love after all.
My cubes are sliding. Unruly cubes. Whoa! Whoa. Rotito, thank you for the subscription. Welcome. Hey, I know you. Talos, what's your favorite shape? Well, okay, so I guess favorite shape or favorite polyhedron? Because that's a different different answer. It's a Prime subscription, too. What's the story of this game? It looks interesting. It's super interesting. But to kind of go through the story of the game, like, you have to kind of start with the Talos Principle 1. And basically what happened is, because of global warming, humanity, like, releases a deadly virus from, like, the Arctic permafrost or whatever, and it wreaks havoc. And you know, like, honestly, like, that part of the story, you know, it's a little bit passé, I almost feel like, because Talos Principle 1 came out back in, like, you know, 2014 or something. A long time ago. But basically, as part of, like, the effort, like, there was a group of people who, like, with the impending extinction of humanity, decided to basically build, like, an archive with, like, an AI simulation running inside of it that would basically try to develop, like, a human-like AI. And so the Talos Principle 1 follows the story of you going through the simulation and basically, like, achieving, like, humanhood, I guess you could say, and then finally transcending from the simulation. And then the Talos Principle 2 follows, you know, what things have been like for humanity, with you being born now as the 1000th new human, where they have only created 1,000 new robotic humanoids in, like, over the past 1,000 years. But both of the games, along with having a lot of really top-notch puzzles, have, like, it's interspersed with a lot of what I think is actually really good sort of, like, ethical, moral, philosophical kind of, like, quandary type stuff. You know, like, what's the role of, like if humanity has the power to prevent the natural extinction of a species, you know, do we have the obligation to do that? You know, even if it's something where it's just like the species has just been outcompeted naturally in its niche. And, like, you know, like, bringing to light things, it's like, well, you know, humanity clearly, like, values the existence of life like dolphins, you know, way more than, like, mosquitoes or viruses, because we find them beautiful. But we've actually already beaten the game, and we're going through some of, like, the post-game DLC puzzle type stuff now. They also have more going on upstairs, is true. We should value them more as conscious beings? Yeah. I don't think you'd have to argue too much for someone to agree with that, I guess. But, I mean, it's like the inherent value of life, right? You know, is all life inherently valuable? Death of Goth by Thomas Carlyle. Precious is the new light of knowledge which our teacher conquers for us, yet small to the new light of love, which we also derive from him. The most important element of any man's performance is the life he has accomplished. Under the intellectual union of man and man, which works by precept, lies a holier union of affection, working by example. The influences of which latter, mystic, deep-reaching, all-embracing, can still less be computed. For love is ever the beginning of knowledge, as fire is of light, and works also more in the manner of fire. Okay, what? Precious is the new light of knowledge. Love is ever the beginning of knowledge, as fire is of light. See you later, Wesley. Have a good day. Goodbye, YouTube chat. I have far too many thoughts on the value of life to get into them in a Twitch chat. Well, yeah, it's why you just gotta follow the context. You know, we still gotta be careful not to, like, break the first 3 or 4 rules of, you know, the chat or whatever. We don't want to get, like, too deep or political or whatever. So, I mean, this kind of, like, DLC is all about, like, love. I kind of wondered if it would have more about, like, resurrection and stuff, though. But maybe there's more to it than just these 16 puzzles. Quality versus quantity. I mean, it's not as though mosquitoes and viruses actually have, like, no value. Many viruses are actually completely beneficial. See, Brotito, you know way more about philosophy than I do. You would probably really enjoy these games. Both for enjoying the puzzles and the philosophy. I'll try not to derail your gaming with philosophy. Well, that's kind of like the best part about the Talos principle, is, you know, it's like half the game is the philosophy, and the other half is puzzles. Bacteriophage is a virus, right? I don't know. I don't know. So we have a blue, a green, and a red source. And so we have to, like, intercept these in a way that's gonna let us connect what we want to which ones.
Oh, bless me.
But we also only have 2 connectors, so we can't just do that for all 3 of them. So I can also do something like this. Okay, and then this can go here, right? That seems to have overpowered that. Unselect that one. The blue still has too much power. Are they all going through the same number of connectors? They are. Okay, see you later, Emma. What if I put it here, then? I need it to go one further. Right, that way it actually blocks it. And now the red is actually getting through. Somehow. It doesn't look like it should be. But it is. I actually don't know why. I think the green should be canceling it out. Because here it's 1, 2, 3, and then this would be the fourth one. Then here it's 1, 2, 3, and then this would be the fourth one. Meaning they should all be hitting here and then, like, obliterating. But that means I could make it, like, actually work if I did like this. Hey, now wait a second. They're canceling out in the middle. It's 2 connectors. And so it would need to be the third connector. But then that would put it canceling there. I don't know. My intuition that I've built up about the lasers tells me that this shouldn't be working right there. But it is. I guess it's because the blue and the green are getting canceled out, but not the red? I don't know.
But even love has a context, and the happiness of those who surround us can lift us up, just like their unhappiness can drag us down. As we improved New Jerusalem, things got better between us in subtle ways that affected every interaction. Our flaws never went away, but as the world around us became more forgiving, we became more capable of forgiving each other. That's why I was excited about New Alexandria.
We're almost there. Just one more file. This one may be harder to extract than the others.
New Alexandria was the second city that they tried to build, where they accidentally caused a gas explosion, killing a few of the new humans. Heart of Anubis. Okay. Oh, there's a connector. Okay, wait, what's going on here? So there's connectors at each of these spots. Okay, just basically everywhere there's not like a guard. There's the green source. There's the red source. And there's the blue source. Okay. And then, are these actual, like, spots I have to connect to? Oh, is it that I have to get, like, blue going into, like, this part from all sides? Okay. Yeah, I can see why this is gonna be complicated now. So there's 2 blues here. There's a lot of blues in this section. So that's just canceled it out. And so we need to go like one step further for one of these. Okay. And so it's like all of these ones are just blocking the red and the green from getting in. And then by going like one further over here, and it could go somewhere else, like I could go up here. Ooh, oh no, because it's like, this was my one further before, so it's like here, this blocks them all, so that the blue can occupy this area, but now I need the blue a way to get in. And I could either do that by like going up here, or going over here. Actually, would it work up here? Because this was still close to the connector. No, it won't. Okay, so this is actually working because it's connecting underneath, I think. Yeah. And so then after that, what we're lacking is these two reds. And so I guess, let me see what happens if I just connect the red source in between here. And then it's a question of, can we modify this to get the green connected? Oh, both greens. So there's like a blue triangle, 2 reds and 2 greens. And we may not necessarily need all of these to be blocked. It does kind of seem like we do, though. We need to block all the red from getting in. But then we need to find a route for the green. And we could also use the blue to block the red in their green path. Because really it's like the red just needs to be right here between those two. Actually, I guess by that extent, it's like we can... So we could use the red to block everything from the green. And then we could use the green to connect straight in between them. And then block everything from the red. And that works? That works. So that was a fairly simple way to approach this, actually. Did you ever play the last chapter of Raft with the Polar Research Station? We did, actually. We did it on stream quite a long time ago. But that was a good one. I remember there was this, like, puzzle where you had to, like, remember, like, bird, like, 3 symbols. Like, bird, boat, and then like something I couldn't figure out, and so I was just like walking around
When I saw
the whole
explosion
stream,
coming,
being like,
I knew it was the end.
bird boat,
My end. The power
Anchor.
plant was gone. The backup center was collapsing. The street was cracking open. And the fireball was about to engulf me. In that millisecond, I shut down every process except my mind. I turned off my audio-visual input. I rerouted all of my power, pushed my processor to the breaking point. Time slowed down. I didn't think about regret. I didn't think about death. I spent every last moment I could scrape together thinking about you.
You did it. Come to the extraction point and I'll pull you out.
This is odd. We have Sarabai's complete memory archive, but there's still some file fragments left in the system.
Well, you can look for them if you want to, 1K. I know you're always curious, but what matters is that we've got Sarabai.
recover the mysterious file. More puzzles! Let's go! These will be the hard ones, presumably. I never knew how much beauty there was in people. Every person contains a world. @ sign. Hysteresis. Oh! Ah! Interesting. Oh. I mean, can I basically just make like a clock? Where now this is open. So there will be a time where the red is open and the blue won't be open. But is that enough time for this to open? Not like this, no. Okay, so this doesn't work. And just doing something like this wouldn't work either. Unless, does it push it to a point where it turns off? No. And then it pushes it so far that they would interfere. Okay, I have an idea of how I could set this up. Okay, I need to place it maybe like more on this side. Hey somebody! Subscribe for 3 months! It's already been 3 months. Smash Mouth was right. The years start coming and they don't start coming. Or they don't stop coming. I want it to be like just on the edge of this so that the blue will get blocked as soon as possible. Yeah, and now that the blue is active, it's blocking the red and keeping itself open permanently.
This is peculiar. I'm not sure what this file is.
It's not part of Sarabai's memory archives. And the timestamps are completely broken.
I think I could reconstruct it if I had more data.
Good news for you, 1K. More puzzles.
Yay! Yes! That's all I ever wanted. They know me so well. Oh. So the green blocks the red, which unblocks the blue. The blue blocks the green, which unblocks the red. The red blocks the blue, which unblocks the green. The green blocks the red, which unblocks the blue. The blue blocks the green, which unblocks the red. And it just... yeah. Okay, well, I guess let's figure out what our goal is. If we get this gate open, it will stay open. But it will also turn on these fans. Sure. So, how do I even ever get through? So my new CPU cooler came in, but I'm too invested already. Invested in what? Watching this stream? Huh. I mean, you can always watch on, like, your phone.
Or your TV.
While you adjust your computer.
Hype UWU.
Mish! 11 months! Almost a whole year. Sorry, I was just checking something on my phone. I'm trying to think of, like, angles and stuff here. Make it a really small triangle. Right, clockwork. What was the name of this level? Clockwork. It is clockwork. I know it's like some sort of clock thing where it's like we need the blue to get like activated for me to be able to pass through, but then deactivated in less time that it takes for that to turn on. And then we need to find a setup that does that for all three of them. So I guess let's take everything away and just see if we can make sense of something that works for all of these. So obviously we want like something like this. Well, I shouldn't say obviously. It might not even be like this. But then if we have like you going here, then you do that. But then now what if we do this going through the red? We get the cyclic behavior. But then no connections get through. And so perhaps what we need is the 3 creating our cyclic behavior. And then rather is there like a positioning where like maybe this is much closer to like here? And this one is in between? No, because then the red never gets blocked. Yeah, that would just be like this. Yep, this is puzzling. This puzzles me for sure. I'm usually pretty good at these puzzles though, so I just need to piece it out. It's like we need the cyclic nonsense to be happening. And so, this would be like, what state would this represent? Because if that connector there was connected to the blue and the green, then they would just both connect straight to there. And they would never be blocked. Like, one of them would never be blocked. I guess maybe that's what we need to figure out. Is there, like, a positioning where if we have, like, two of them connected and pairings like this, where, like, a cyclic thing also happens. Reverse. Reverse. Uno, reverse. Reverse, reverse. Crisscross. Yeah, this doesn't do much. What if this one's like over here? Nope, that also kind of puts it too close to the green. What if it's by the blue? I feel like there is maybe something, though. Sorry, just having to handle like a work message. Okay. So I feel like it's something like you have one connection here to handle kind of like the cyclic stuff, but then you have like another connection, or maybe, because if this is just like controlling the cyclic activity, this will never actually be blue, which means it could be something else. Like it could do this. And then with this one over here, and this one over here, or actually it needs to be over here. Or wait, what? Oh, I see my error. I don't know, I feel like that doesn't create, like, a moment where this could happen. You know? And it wouldn't make sense to go that way either. And evidently if you do something like this, because of the connection here, I mean, I guess what if they're all doing that? Then it just creates like the triangles, right? And then they're just all not doing anything. I don't know. So this, whoops, this would work to block both of these. Still not letting this be green though. Okay. Right, blue is working. So why is blue working? Is the question. This center one. Okay, it actually works even without that. But then how to do that with all three of them? I guess do we just go kind of like round robin with this? And just instead of being connected there, but it's still kind of like a problem with like the topology of it, right? Because if this is basically okay, so it's the interference with this line and this line, creating the opportunity for red to interfere with the green. Actually, it's these are, the blue is unblocking, the blue is blocking the red, which unblocks the blue. I'm confused. To block the red for just long enough. What? So the red blocks the green. Okay, so this is like the loop right here. It just looks weird because the connection's getting covered by the green. But it needs this part. So there's more to it than that. Right, because that allows... So here, take off this. And it doesn't work anymore. But it doesn't need the red one to work. And so, why? Because this needs the extra interference for the red. Okay, so I had this one set up like this. And let's put it here. Then, if I just do that symmetrically, now for like the red, and put it, you know, here. There's definitely some cyclic shenanigans going on here. But it's like this one's blocking this. And so I unblock that one from that. And so if I undo this one from this one, and then I undo this one from this one, right. So if the green was blocked, the blue would work. And then if the blue was blocked, the red would work. But this doesn't work, right? So you just don't have the topology to reach each other. Do I have to, like, put it in a, like, is this like a clockwise configuration and I have to do like a counterclockwise configuration? Ah! So what if instead of putting them all to the right, I put them to the left? Right, well I guess that makes sense. There's just no blocking that happens. So is like the setup for this really not going to be symmetrical? I'm really confused. This may be the second puzzle so far in the game that I will have spent more than 20 minutes on. Which, you know, I'm pretty happy with that track record. I feel like once I think about this the correct way, it will be very simple. But it's just like my brain is not having it. Weird. I guess that is... I don't know. Or wait, we're getting a cycle on only one now. Or a cycle with only 2 connectors. Okay, wait, let's analyze this. So if this is here, then I have, if I connect this, this, and this, okay, wait, basically we need the green to turn off the blue, which can become red, and then the red to turn off the blue, so it can become green. I'm confused. I don't get it. I don't get it. This is the stinkiest think. Let's go do the next puzzle. We'll come back to it. Step by step. I need like another difficult puzzle, but that I understand. So this opens that. This will presumably close this. And that becomes red. Oh. Ah. I think I sort of get it. So this needs to be blue, this needs to be red. Does only one side need to be? Okay, so the red side opens this gate. And then it will hold itself open so long as this switch is flipped. But once the switch gets closed, it will not hold itself open anymore. And I have to stand on this button. So if I do this... Okay, hold on. Oh. I see. Oh, and there is a second connector. So nothing's really stopping me from doing something like this. And then just controlling. I guess it's not just enough to close the gate. Because the source is here. Never mind. Okay, well, let's start with step 1. And so then, if I close this, step here, then now this is open. And I can even just... Oh, there's gates there. Smart, smart. And so I could close this. Now giving me no way out. I have an idea. Okay, see you later, Mish. I have an idea. Talos, we can hear your Discord? Ah, let me turn streamer mode back on. I don't know when that got turned off. Well, I did have an idea. I like my idea. But my idea's not good enough. Because I can't be standing in two places at once. If I could just have this be blue, and this be red, and me stand here, with both of these gates open, then of course it would be easy. But of course it's not that easy. So let's focus on getting this to be blue now. However we need to do that. And so, we could now just have this be here, and then this connect there. And now, of course, we could do this. Okay, so it is true. Now then. If we close this, if we make this red again, then that red will propagate up to there. So here, let me hook that to there. Now let me flip this, open this. And then will that work again for the last blue layer? It will, won't it? I guess I kind of thought of these not as being so easy to do together, but once you have them already open, they are much easier to do together. Is that right? I feel like we could have done this from the beginning, if that's true. Where's my flaw? Okay, yeah. Because there is a period of time where I can have both of these closed. Like, the next one I have to do is the blue. And so I can do this. Then come back in from this side. Close this. Stand on this. Now while they're both open, we can plan our next move carefully. Whoops. These are both really hard. This is good. I mean, I needed some hard puzzles. So, we can't get back out. We can't get back out without flipping one of these switches. I mean, the last thing we did was come in here to flip the blue switch. So it makes sense to me that we don't flip that. We would flip that. But if we flip this, that will close this door here, which will block that, which will make us flipping the blue one be for no reason. So we're kind of back to what I was thinking about earlier, where is there any way for us to essentially like control like which laser is on from inside here? You know, can we create like a bistable laser mechanism? where like whichever one is on will be purely dependent on whichever one we block. Like this. And the answer is yes, we can. Well. Okay, that's what I needed. And so red first. That's done. Now we swap to blue by blocking this, and then blocking this. I guess we need to go a bit further. Okay, well yeah, I guess we don't need both of them connecting across, because we only need the one way in. And that's the problem right now. But we do actually, because we need a red that's eventually capable of blocking the blue laser. That's how we achieve this kind of mechanism. We just need them to be kind of steep so that it's easier to block things. This dude forgot what day it is? Nuh-uh, it's just 7 o'clock. It's not 8 yet, I got another hour to do puzzles, right? Or did I forget what day it is? Yeah, it's Monday. We usually don't do Baldur's Gate 3 until a little bit later. I mean, I guess it's not set an hour later. But I mean, I just happened to be home today at this time. Okay, maybe I need to bring it in, actually. That's true. Okay, it'll probably be in like 30 minutes or so. I can't block both. My ass isn't fat enough. Oh, it's because I'm doing it wrong. I just need to block this. Okay. Alright, we got it all figured out. There we go.
All right. I think if you find one more, we can make this work.
It'll probably just turn out to be some old README file someone forgot in there.
Yeah, probably. And that would never work unless this one was like over here. And we just create like the kite of doom. And it's like not good enough just to push these back through each other. That does create like a little cyclic thing. So is there a way that I can, like... If we, like, connect these like this... Then, instead of connecting this one there, if I connect it like this... What does it do? And then if I do the same thing here, oh, but you need to be connected to red. Okay, so there is like a cyclic thing happening. Inside. It's just not doing anything. That's interesting. Actually... this isn't what I had envisioned. This will work though, right? Yeah. So... the crux to figuring this out was, I guess, that there's like more than just kind of like inside and outside arrangements. Because here, the green cuts off the red laser source, as opposed to cutting off like on this side. But then I just need to figure out how to do that for all three of them at the same time. Presumably, they don't even have to be connected like this. Oh, that actually gets it to be like proper clockwork instead of like pulsing each other. Okay, so I knew there was like something like this. I guess I just didn't... I don't know. I guess I was just too lost in the sauce to find this solution when I tried it earlier. I must have gotten so close to the correct solution several times.
It is the moment after the last moment. I do not exist. I should not exist. Everything is dark, but there shouldn't be darkness. There should be nothing. And yet, I am. And in this impossible moment, there is a light. The light is a place. I see the light, but the light also sees me. It knows my name. I reach out for the light, but it's too far away. Not yet, it says. Not yet.
So, not a read-me file then.
But what is it?
A mystery. Seems the universe still has a few of those in store for us. Well, we have plenty of time to think about it. 1K, time to come home.
Hot take, the physical faces suck. Should have done
Death,
screens instead.
Be not proud, though
Yeah,
some
I mean,
have called thee mighty and dreadful.
you don't have to convince me.
For thou art not so. For those whom thou thinkest thou dost overthrow die not, poor death, nor yet canst thou kill me. From rest and sleep, which but thy pictures be, much pleasure. Then from thee much more must flow, and soonest our best men with thee do go, rest of their bones and souls' delivery. Thou art slave to fate, chance, kings, and desperate men, and dost with poison, war, and sickness dwell. And poppy or charms can make us sleep as well and better than thy stroke. Why swell'st thou then? One short sleep past, we wake eternally, and death shall be no more. Death, thou shalt die.
We have a new Cerebi. Cerebi and Hypatia can be together again. Yay! We can skip. Yay! 100%. Okay. And then we still get 2 more. And so that'll probably be like 1 more Talos stream. Assuming these puzzles don't just absolutely eat my ass. I mean, kick my ass. I mean, eat my ass. Okay. Well, I'm gonna run a 3-minute ad break and get a holotoxy, and we're gonna play Baldur's Gate 3. Okay, well, so I will talk to you all in just a minute. You all can hang out here with Ate. Hello? Hello?
Hello. Say hi to chat.
Hi, chat.
If they're not busy. I think some of them are at work.
Hi, chat. You streaming?
Yes.
Hi, chat.
No Man's Sky for a little bit.
Yeah, so I guess the miscommunication came from me actually not like wanting to change anything, because normally I would be at work today and I wouldn't get home until like 8:30 or whatever. But I took today off because I went to a metal show yesterday. And you know, I like to give it my all out there. And so I knew I was gonna need an extra day to recover.
Mans went to AC/DC and destroyed his voice.
Oh fuck, holy shit. Sorry. I was trying to eat my ice cream. I just got out of the freezer and my plastic spoon broke.
Ha! Idiot.
Both me and the ice cream were stronger than the spoon.
Will this place give me a glyph? I need glyphs, and I only have 2.
I need a new
I also know how to make
spoon.
money pretty fast. You can also just buy everything for free if you decide to set the settings that way, but that's boring. We gotta grind for life here.
I wish I could make money really fast.
Sell your soul.
Or perhaps a kidney.
Close enough.
How much could I actually get for a kidney? Like if I wanted to donate mine.
Probably not as much as it used to be. Economy sucks right now.
The kidney economy?
Oh, the echidna economy.
Echidna.
I forget what an echidna is.
Knuckles.
What?
Knuckles, the echidna.
Oh, why does my leg feel like it's being pulled even though I believe you?
It's true, it's true. You got Sonic the Hedgehog, Tails the Fox, and Knuckles the echidna.
Why am I not finding travelers? But yeah, I'm a robot in No Man's Sky. Are you like a Borg? Do you like slowly convert people?
I don't know, are you being converted?
Your answer will determine my answer. All right, one more trade outpost, and then I'll. Unless you're eating.
I mean, I'm ready to go whenever, as soon as you're ready.
To desktop up in this bitch.